Alright, folks, we are back. More Guilty Gear, more trying to learn the fundamentals of how to fight every character in the game. And we are here with Kyle, Mr. Kiske himself. Again, starting off with some simpler characters. We did Soul last time, right? A little bit, still a little bit on the simpler end of things. Again, the goal here is, again, I'm a pot player. I'm trying to learn how to, let's do Soul Bad Kai right here. But yeah, like, we're just trying to learn the basics of like counterplay against these guys, I think, and like specifically because where I feel the most lost often in Guilty Gear is on defense. So trying to learn the specifics of how to deal with their pressure strings, their Oki, their setup, stuff like that, and like maybe some neutral and all that, like kind of sprinkled in there. But yeah, the primary idea is definitely trying to figure out what they're doing on offense. I guess for that reason, I was gonna have. Yeah, I guess for that reason, let's bring Pot in here instead. Let's have Pot be the guy that we're doing all this stuff on. We can like try different counterattack settings for Pot and stuff. We didn't really do that until the end for Soul, but I do like the idea. Where the fuck is... Change character, there you go. Mr. Temkin. He's a mid-range character that can either focus on zoning with stun edge or rush in with overhead or low options or mix them up. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, so let's see. So, real quick, as always, unfortunately the frame meter mod is not updated. That's, I mean, again, it's not... we don't... The human being who did it for us is very nice, obviously, and we shouldn't expect him to just, like, be at our beck and call. I'm just saying, because the game can't do it themselves, he's doing a great service, and the fact that it's not updated yet is unfortunate. But yeah, so let's, real quick, as always, just kind of going over the normals at first, trying to figure out what's special or interesting about them, right? We can go over it, but Red Wild Assault is kind of wild. I guess we can do that for any character that has it. That's a good point. Which Kai does as well. Is this like a, I guess this is also, this could be a frame trap as well, right? Red Wild Assault. It's most, I thought it was more of a combo tool, which is why I didn't really talk about it too much in the Soul video. If I'm wrong though, maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was more of a combo extender, not like a pressure tool. Also Kai theme going in the background, we do love that. Alright, so real quick. His 5k is a low. That's good, 7 frame low, gotcha. Good to know. -1 for 5p. I'm trying to, like, what plus buttons does he have first off, I guess, right? Low slash is only +1, interesting. It's got a lot of active frames though, right? His 5k has a lot of active frames. Everyone has like a bespoke backdash catching button, right? It's not plus, I believe, but it's cancelable into everything. 5k meaty is very common. Yeah, it has like 10 active frames, so I can see that for sure. So you can probably make it incredibly up to +5 on block. Yeah, incredibly plus if you do it right. Stun Edge makes a shock state and is a huge in his game plan. Yeah. +1 is standard for close slash. Temkin and Soul are privileged. Really? Okay. Okay. Obviously minus far slash there is pretty normal. I'm gonna go over things in like really quick overview and then try to kind of drill deeper into more stuff, right? His 2S is a low. Soul's was not. Interesting. It's also unsafe, but of course a lot of stuff is unsafe. We're just meant to cancel it into stuff, right? Yeah, nice 2H, sure. Sweep, 6p, of course, yep. 6k, this is interesting. This is a... Yeah, this is a 25 frame plus on block move. I want to take a look at this one real quick. Right? Yeah, it's slow as hell, but it's plus on block. Wait, what? Oh, there you go. I was gonna say, why are my buttons not coming out? But yeah, you can cancel it earlier than it looks, is why. Yeah. So plus, like, plus 4 on block, but 25 startup. And he does step forward a good amount, too. It has, like, almost no active frames. It's kind of a... Yeah, you say it's an odd move? That seems right. Yeah, it seems a little bit weird. I mean, I guess... Like, if someone is, like, pushing you... I guess the point of this is, like, if you're getting pushed out on your offense, what can Gatling into this? Can anything Gatling into this? Wait, no? Close slash, maybe? Yeah, okay, so yeah, close slash can do it. Doesn't seem that far slash can. Yeah. You go, like, 2D, 6k? No. I don't think so. Yeah, so it looks like only... pick buttons? Oh, I guess, yeah. Kicks and punches and close slash. Gotcha. Okay. It's like, I guess the point of this, yeah, is just like, it's just a way to steal back a turn if someone is respecting you too much. Sure. Maybe crank some risk. Not sure if that's, I don't think that's a big thing that Kai does. We have to, obviously shock state is the big thing. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, yeah. 6H is the big poke. Jumping buttons, whatever. JD I see used a lot. And I'm not sure... I see this used on Oki, I feel like, a lot too, right? Close slash punches and kicks always go into command normals? Kai's an all-rounder, he's also a grappler as well, modders, so I've heard the meme, yes. Yeah, what's special about JD? I feel like I see this thing used often. almost like in pressure sometimes too. JD's a grab bait? Ah, I see. Gotcha. Yeah. So true. Okay. Yeah, so sure. So yeah, it doesn't feel like. Yeah, I guess it doesn't feel like Kai has like quite as strong like non-special move based strike pressure as Soul might have, right? Obviously, he doesn't have like the plus on block forward advancing far slash. Like it feels like probably a lot of the pressure from this fella is going to come down to his special moves and shock state and stuff, right? Does that seem accurate? It doesn't seem like his buttons are the scariest thing in the world on their own, right? But it's like using his normals, which to be fair is the case for most people, but. So, okay, I guess with that in mind, as we go on, we might go back to some of these normals and realize they were better than I thought. His 2S is very good. It is a low. Yeah, I didn't notice Souls was not, for example. And this is a big fucking low, right? Wow, that is a big, it's a big low. And then, yeah, this is like the gigantic poke, right? It's 6H. This is like probably a great whiff punish button, right? Like if you try to swing on him when he gets pushed out. Yeah, and then if he on counter hit. But why was the counter different? Why is the counter on that different depending on like, why did it not launch there, but like it did launch there? Is there a clean hit on this? Maybe. His S buttons are very good and recover fast. Fair. His buttons are fine. His special moves are huge. Make his buttons better. Yeah. 6H very advancing, pretty slow, more of a preemptive counter poke, space control than whiff punish. Yeah, like a spacing trap. Those are two different buttons. What? One is 5H. The other is oh my bad. I didn't realize. Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, I just didn't notice. Yeah, you're right. My bad. He did 5H, it didn't launch? Yeah, my bad. You're right. I just didn't hold, I wasn't holding forward on the silly boy. 6H launches, 5H doesn't. Yes, gotcha. So true. Okay, cool. So yeah, I guess let's talk about, let's talk about this. Is this shock state thing sort of gone over anywhere, or is it just every special move is going to have its own discussion about it, I suppose? Probably, right? So, what are the ways that he gets you into... I feel validated at the same confusion when I was first playing. There you go. So, is Stun Edge the only way to put you in shock state? Like, does he... Oh, is it 236K? What the fuck is the input for Stun Edge? Oh, H. Or S. Oh, I thought it was P. I was doing like, you know, Ryu, like, fireball stuff. Dire Eclat, shocks on hit. Okay, so fireballs and... okay, gotcha. So, yeah, these two, Dire Eclat and Stun Edge, both put you in shock state. Gotcha. And they're gonna differ based on if you have shock state on you or not. I guess so I guess the first part of this 214S direct lat. Yeah. So I guess the first part of this is how do I keep these moves from hitting me? Because I don't know exactly how yet, but I assume that Kai's pressure gets much spookier once he actually hits me with something that has shock state on it, right? So if I don't want to get direct latted or I don't want to get stun edged, what am I supposed to do about that, right? And I don't know. Like I'm not entirely sure. You can IB direct lat and punish. Fair. I don't think I'm gonna be doing that, but it's good to know that's an idea. His super applies shock state. If you hit him, you get out. Oh. If you hit him, it removes shock state. Really? So like, hold on. If I set pots to like counter and just do like a 5p or something, right? And I direct lat. Oh, I guess. Yeah, hit. I see. Yeah. So it goes away on hits. Gotcha. So finding gaps in Kai pressure to mash on feels important. I think that's probably important for a lot of characters, but the fact that it removes his win condition, right, feels doubly so. So far, right? Like I'm trying. Keep in mind, like I'm learning with you guys. I'm learning more than you guys. A lot of you guys in the chat at least know more than I do. But maybe someone else who's watching this video is learning along with me. But yeah, like, both of his shock state entrances are minus. Oh, okay, I see. So yeah, so let's talk about. So I'm trying to just like form a picture of the general Kai offensive game plan and go from there. Yeah, so the slash version is -4. Oh no, wait, what's oh, Dragon Install. Okay, so it's -14 or -7. -7 being in shock state. So if he just does this and I block it, it's -14, huh? Yeah, interesting. So hold on, I want to record him. I'm absorbing all this info like a sponge. I'm trying to. So yeah, he's -14 here. He'll go into dire because that's -8. Ah, I see. People are not, so they're not gonna do stun edge as their enter. They're gonna do direct latch, right? Gotcha. So that's -8, and it pushes back pretty far. Does Pot have a button that can? Yeah, Pot's buttons, like his big buttons are too slow. So there's no way that I'm punishing him for hitting direct latch unless I IB it, right? But I suppose Yeah, so weirdly enough, funny enough, it almost feels like I don't really want to be, like, so we were talking about Soul, how, like, you know, Soul's worst nightmare seems like it's FD, and his whole kit is built around, like, the assumption you will FD in. It almost feels like I don't want to FD Kai that much. Like, I'm sure that there's still times, but, like, yeah, it almost feels like I want Kai closer to me so he can't use his bigger buttons to, like, poke me out in the corner here, right? Like, if I push him too far away, you know, pop maybe not, but, like, it's more so speed than size at that point. He probably has, like, some button he can hit me with from here that I can't hit him with, right? Like, it almost feels like I want this guy closer to me. At least maybe when I'm not in shock state yet. It's like when he direct clats, I can't punish him for this, but I can at least... I can at least, like, try to take my turn back with a far slash or something, right? Direct clat being -8 is a big deal. Since throw is a very important tool for him, you should FD things like close slash. I see. Same principle with Geo Wolf Kick? Okay, okay. Yeah, so but it seems like, yeah, it seems like where with Soul, it seemed like you FD literally everything and just look out for throws. It seems like FD is much more of a, yeah, I guess like an RPS tool here. Like, I use it against certain moves, but I actually probably don't want to push him back on certain other moves, right? Okay, so you get in, so if I don't want to be dire eclated, what can I guess there's probably not very much I can do if I block something in the corner, right? Like, if I just, like, you know, if I just block a close slash or a far slash in the corner, I probably can't do very much to avoid this, right? Like, it's just gonna happen. Like, if I don't want to get this, I shouldn't have gone to the corner. As pot, you definitely want Kai closer or farther. Challenging him in the mid-range is tough. Yeah, because my buttons are bigger than his, but they're slower. And then up close, you can do funny stuff, right? Like, I have, like, you know, he doesn't have anything the size of pot 5H, but if I'm swinging that from, like, this distance, I just get murdered by, like, what, 2S or whatever, right? Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to just wrap my head around this. So, I guess, yeah, if I'm in the corner, I probably don't have any choice but to get stun edge most of the time, right? Like, I'm probably playing in stun edge, in shock, or sorry, not get direct clatted most of the time. Like, I probably am playing in shock state. Oh, does it? Oh, wait, why that last so little? Okay, never. That lasts longer than I thought. Okay, in terms of avoiding blocking direct, there's not much law you can do other than IBing for punishes. Yeah, gotcha. So the answer is probably not, at least in the corner, it's not gonna be, hey, how do I not get direct clatted? Or how do I not get put in shock state? It's gonna be about, yeah, like, these things being minus, right? So, like, that's -8, I can take my turn back on it, right? Or then sometimes, maybe like, yeah, on a knockdown he goes heavy stun edge or something for Oki, then I'm in shock state. Now we have to talk about, you know, what to do against shock state, I guess. But yeah, a very important thing already is I did not realize direct clat was -8, right? Like, I did not realize that basically any time I ever block direct clat, I can take my turn back with, especially pot having, like, such big buttons, I can take my turn back with probably almost anything, right? Like, what? Pot's 5H even. I think it's like a 16 frame startup. I don't think, does Kai have an 8 frame button that's gonna be beating my ass from that spacing? I don't think so, right? Yeah, 16, like, even that, I feel like, probably far slash, though, is your guy most of the time, right? 12 frames, Kai is not hitting a 4-framer from here, right? It's just not worth it. It's like, probably most of the time that I block direct clat, I want to far slash into nonsense, right? Yeah, so on block, if he goes into direct clats, honest, I mean, it might even be, like, far slash into, I probably go, like, as pots. You can 6P? Ooh, so true. Gotcha. Then I guess I probably want to do this then, huh? 2D? I probably want a 2D instead, because it's like even bigger, honestly. And it's still like decent, like this should still be fine. Like, Kai does not have a 5 frame, I think he can do from there. Kai doesn't have a 4 framer? Gotcha. But yeah, so I probably like 2D into blue wild assault? Probably. Like, if I want to, like, just completely get out of the situation. Nothing guaranteed? Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, you know, probably mixing up the two options, I mean. As an answer to, because 6P, like, as an answer if he's just 6Ping all my shit. But yeah, just like try to get him to block something into, like, blue wild assault. You can jump out of his HS stun on wake up on some setups. Okay. Yeah, so get hit by direct clat and then try to take your turn back, right? He has his own RPS to play there, of course. But yeah, direct clat being -8, big deal. All right. However, now we're in shock state. You know, we couldn't avoid it. We're in shock state. What now, right? So let's talk about his other special moves, I guess. So first off, I mean, stun edge becomes -4. Wow, that's a big difference. Well, no, sorry, that's Dragon Install. No, it's -7. That's Dragon Install. Yeah. It's -7. Gotcha. So, I mean, still probably not going to be used in offense that often. If you, like, use a shock state move, does it, like, eat the shock state? I guess these are bad examples because they reapply it. I don't know, man. Like, Yeah, it eats up the shock state, right? In shock state, Foudre is always plus. Yeah, Foudre arc I'm aware of. You just have to mash on it, right? I came back and I'm not understanding any of this. Yeah, I mean, if you have no Guilty Gear context at all, you might have wanted to be here for the first bit of the video. Yeah. Okay, so. Yeah, so Stun Dipper is still, like, really bad on block, even in shock state. But of course, you never, like, either Stun Dipper hits or he does Stun Dipper RC, I suppose, right? It's more of just like a call out for me trying to, like, mash from too far away or not blocking my toes or something, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, aerial stun edge until landing plus, yeah, okay, sure. Seems more like, again, a zoning tool. Yeah, so, I mean, this is the thing, right? Like, this thing is +5 to +12. So I know it's pretty important to want to react to, like, 5p to this, right, even. Or 6p, I guess. 5p or 6p, depending. Only -14, thanks, Shock State. Yeah. Foudre arc is less plus if you block it standing, by the way? Interesting, okay. If you can't match in time, stand block plus FD, so he has to micro walk for the strike throw. On Foudre arc, you can close slash it if you're fast. True. Yeah, if we're trying to be consistent with it. 6p is, like, since it's frame 1, it shifts the hurt box. It probably is the safest option. But yeah, 5p or 6p, right? Counter hit 6p gets us good stuff as pop to get Garuda into Oki, right? Like if he, like if I'm not entirely sure how to do this. Like if I record pop going like 6, like it's actually got hold on. If I record him going like 6p Garuda or into Hammerfall or something, right? And then I try to Foudre arc at him and I hit the thing at the right time. Hold on. Oh god, he's too slow. I'm too slow. IRL. Oh yeah, it also does hit. It hits low enough to trade with the 6p. I see. Yeah, maybe 5p is better if it's a little bit, if it's faster. Yeah, 5p might be better than 6p, unironically. I'd say almost always do 5p. I didn't realize it hit low enough to trade with the 6p too. Gotcha. I guess he does kick that leg pretty low. Yes, I guess we'd actually want to be doing. And then on 5p, I'm actually not sure what to do. I want to switch the. I want to switch in a second here. I can't record things for Kai to do, right? Yeah, because Kai's player 1 right here. Let me switch this real quick to make Kai Potemkin. Like if Kai does Foudre arc and I mash on it, like what happens? Like what am I supposed to get off? I guess I go 5p into the heat tackle, like into the DP, right? Stun Dipper is better in neutral because it has some spacing shenanigans. Yeah, and I guess it's like Stun Dipper into Stun Dipper RC for like a neutral skip, right? Yeah, so if I just record Kai doing like Foudre arc, I'm not in shock state, but you know, just give it a second. And we push him out or whatever, right? And if I have 5p, it's heat tackle, I guess, right? Probably do like multiple of these into heat tackle too. Flick, I suppose, works. 6k. It seems like probably it's just heat tackle, I think. Oh, I am ass at the cancel though. Oh god, help. Oh my god, he sucks. What? Holy shit. He can't do it. Oh! It's 623k, right? God damn, yeah, it is. I'm just really ass. It's insane. One sec. Technical difficulties. Oh, and that gets us a meaty Garuda. Okay, point is, yeah. That gets us a meaty Garuda is the reason I think we should do it, right? It puts us, like, the timing on it. We can go this into... Oh my god, somebody help. Holy shit. Forward quarter circle... just do forward quarter circle forward. Don't try to do 623. You're too ass at 623. There you go. That's not bad. Yeah, they got some meaty Garuda, and yeah, we can, if they back dash, we can go from there. Gotcha. Maybe try 5p close slash 2h heat knuckle? Oh, really? Huh. What about from, like, further spacings, though? If I 5p a little bit earlier into the Foudre arc. I mean, that's not even that bad, I guess. But yeah, from right up close, I guess we can do something like that, right? Even then, we probably still, unless it's gonna kill him, we probably still want to do heat tackle there. It's because actually, the spacing on that's not a great. Yeah. Maybe we would want to do heat knuckle at that point. It's a lot of damage. But yeah, 2F should work from any range. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Sure, yeah, and then you can probably that pulls him in a little bit closer too. We go. Oh, it doesn't really vacuum, but like it doesn't push him out as far, so probably that. Oh no, still not. Okay. Yes, I mean we could just do 5p heat tackle. Probably can do 3 of these too. Yeah, so I get a lot of time to like buffer the input and not fuck it up. I can do 5p, 6p heat tackle apparently. Sure. But yeah, I mean, I think I like that better just for the Oki, right? You can also route into Hammerfall. Probably like what, this, that, this, or probably even just like that into 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Maybe just this into Hammerfall. Actually, oh, probably can I go like, can I actually just do this into Hammerfall? No, I don't think that's okay necessarily. You can do that, I suppose, right? That's pretty good. That should be pretty consistent too. Gives you the hard knockdown in front of you there. That seems fine. 5p, boom, boom. Right, into Hammerfall. Well, that probably might not work from all spacing, because 2H kind of is a little bit unreliable sometimes. If I'm a bit further away, 2S will hit him, but 2H won't, right? I want to look at heavy stun edge as well for pressure. We're going to look at a lot of stuff. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. But yeah, I mean, yeah, match 5p until there's lots of different combos. That's, you know, as a basic idea, the most consistent one, because you're going to be using it from further away, right? It feels like it might be, honestly, like, I'm going to be later most of the time. It's probably not a big deal. But if I am early, I don't even know. Maybe, like, does 5p, like, 2S Hammerfall work right away? It does, yeah. So the most consistent thing is probably 5p, 2S into try 2H, Hammerfall, break, 2k heat tackle. I think it's a little bit more than I'd like to do right now. I think the simplest, most consistent thing I can do is probably just going to be from distance, right? 5p, 2S into Hammerfall. And let me just get some Oki off it. Yeah, that seems to work pretty well. Right out of Geef Bottle, who feels the best for you to play, not counting who you played the most? Who feels the best? Like, who feels the strongest? Or do I just have the most fun playing? I think I still have the most fun playing Ladiva. Who feels the strongest probably is still Geef, though. Maybe that'll change in 2 days, but maybe it'll be Pot. All right, so yeah, since Food or Arc we mash on it, we can get punishes into Oki, sure. Yeah, Direct Let is still minus in Shock State, but would it reapply it? Probably. Like if he so I guess if he just goes bonk into bonk into bonk, yeah, it just keeps it on, right? So yeah, it's just I guess it's fine. -6, does that change anything? Can I note, like, if he direct lets me when I'm in Shock State, can I not, like, 2D or Far Slash? I think it should still be fine. 6P will still be Far Slash, Jump will still be 2D, but I think it doesn't change anything about the interaction, I don't think. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about, like, heavy stun edge. I kind of just, like, scrolled by, right? So what exactly, what is this thing? So it's really plus, but it's super slow. So yeah, I guess this is mostly, like, this is just always, you do this after a knockdown, right? Like, if Pot's not blocking here. Oh, sir. He just goes bonk, bonk into, oh, heavy. 1, 2, into this. Oh, you have to delay it a bit, I suppose, but sure. There you go, bonk. It's plus like 1 billion or something. And then it also puts you into Shock State. Is there anything that I mean, I guess you can probably try to do some, like, fake stuff into that too, right? Like, just doing, like, fake, like, if they respect the frame trap too much, just doing, like, fake shit into, like, this on, oh, you think that's heavy, it's not heavy, it's dust. Keep doing, like, just, like, this in pressure, right? But that feels risky. That feels like more so, like, it's just like a way to steal back a turn and be, like, plus 30 if your opponent respects you way too much. Where, like, it actually feels like trying to find the correct times to mash on Kai feels very important, right? So I don't think people are gonna be sitting still for 39 frames necessarily. It can be kind of okay, but it's better to do it further away and follow after it. More of like just like a neutral tool and, like, run in after it. I keep thinking that's heavy. I keep hitting dust where I should be hitting heavy. But yeah, just, like, you know, far away and then, like, do this and just run behind it. I suppose so. I mean, that seems pretty good, right? I guess it's one of those things where, like, people could air dash over it, but since you're just dashing anyways, you could, like, try 6P or anti-air, right? I mean, I guess as Pot, it's still 39 frames, right? I guess as Pot, if I see Kai doing that, I slide head him. How fast does the startup on slide head exactly? Like, how fast do I have to react to this to slide head him, guaranteed, when he's still in startup? Slide head is 29, yeah, so no, I don't think I'm going to be doing that on reaction, right? I don't think that's happening on reaction. You don't have quite enough time for that, I don't think. Yeah, so what do I do about Kai just doing that? Like, if he just does, I guess let's do it, right? Let's record it. Oh, I keep thinking that dust is heavy. Don't talk to him. Record this and just him running after it, right? Like, what is the idea there? Because, like, obviously, I mean, we could just try to jump over it, but of course he could also try an anti-air. So yeah, Pot doesn't have an air dash or anything, so it can be kind of difficult, right? Well, I guess it's flick, huh? Yeah. Anytime I have a projectile in mind, it's always flick. It's always flick. Gotcha. And then if he's running behind it, I mean, he could try to air dash over it or something, but yeah, it is. Flick should always be the answer for projectiles. That's right. Okay, cool. But I mean, otherwise, heavy stun edge just kind of seems like if he gets like a certain knockdown, he might just be, it's a plus on block way for him to get into the shock state, right? Yeah, so what is, I guess I'm a little bit, what is Kai doing on offense, right? Like, what is Kai's goal when I'm in the corner, right? Like, even once I'm in shock state, right? Like, it's food, sure, food to arc reaction check, cool. But like, how is, so far, my sort of everything is pointing at, you know, mash on Kai. Yes, exactly. So everything is pointing towards you to mash on Kai and pressure. So like, how is he stopping me from doing that, I guess, right? And that's where I kind of don't fully understand it yet. Because in a lot of cases, it seems like he's minus enough that like, all right, in this particular matchup, like, is he, like, are his buttons gonna be hitting before mine? I'm not entirely sure. Right, like, so, for example, like, I don't know, like, say that he pushes himself out to the mid-range and hits, like 2S or something, right? 11 frame startup, I mean, 10 frames, like, if he's -4 even, right? Like, / is beating all these buttons. He can just not cancel to direct clap? Well, I think this is reactable, though, right? Like, this whole thing, like, oh shit, I blocked direct clap, time to mash? Right? Like, you don't have to mash preemptively to take your turn back on this. You, like, see that you block direct clap and then mash. / is -5? I see. I mean, even, So you can, They can outrange you and beat your buttons with 6p? Yeah, so I guess, yeah, it's 6ping on the big mashes. The thing I'm trying to get at, and apologies if I'm not getting this across clearly, is like, there's gotta be, like, it feels a little like, I'm not saying it's true, I'm just saying it's how I feel right now with my missing info. It feels like I has a hard time, like, enforcing a game plan here, right? If all he has to do is be reactive to my, like, or like predict my own mashing, I'm not sure how good that is for him, right? But there's gotta be like a main tool that he uses that makes you really scared to hit buttons, right? He hit neutral leads to wall break and wall assault hard knockdown. I see. He doesn't enforce a very direct mix. Yeah, I guess his goal is, like, he's not like a corner offense demon. He probably just gets high reward off his hits and has good neutral and gets high reward in neutral, right? He holds down space, that's / slash. Yeah, so / slash is the button that's supposed to make you scared to mash on him, I suppose, huh? Like, where does Kai use, like, Roman... Okay, obviously, I was gonna say, where does Kai use Roman cancel on his pressure? Right, it's like, one thing, I guess, is stun dipper, obviously, right? So, sure. But that seems more like it's a neutral tool. It's a neutral skip, right? His neutral is quite good, and he converts into wall break quite easily. He's not so much for long pressure. Yeah, okay, I guess that's it. So, I mean, I guess my read is correct in that, like, Kai is not necessarily, like, a corner offense demon, but he still has things to look out for. Like, we talked about his offense a little bit here. He's still got stuff to look out for. He can get some nice, you know, guaranteed plus on block shock state with the heavy stun edge there on the right knockdown, right? He can like frame trap you, 6p you, like beat your buttons. But yeah, it seems like mostly his big thing is just he's gonna, like, you know, out neutral your ass and then kill you, right? In terms of pressure, Kai only uses RC on Dipper or BRC mix. Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah, I guess in which case then, what is Kai doing if neutral is his main thing? Like, what is he doing exactly? Is Kai's goal to play, like, a more defensive neutral game and, like, whiff punish me trying to hit out pokes with his big-ass buttons, right? Like, is his idea to, like, sit here and, like, you know, I whiff a far S and he sends me to hell or something like that, right? With 6H or whatever. Or 2S or far slash or something. But his far slash is very big, right? Like, his far slash is a big-ass poke, right? It depends on who's playing? Sure, yeah, fair enough. Like, you know, like the general... You can play any character, offensive or defensive, but, like... If he's playing defensive, I suppose he's just sitting there and, like, waiting for counter pokes. If he's playing offensive, is he just, like... If someone's trying to play, like, a rush down Kai... I mean, are they just, like, throwing, like, you know, like stun edge, air stun edge, you know? Air stun edge, heavy stun edge, run behind it and jump and do all this nonsense or something, right? In general, I feel like most people in Tower are just rabid. True, but, like... ignoring the person, because people will play any character aggressive even if they don't have good tools for it, right? What are Kai's tools to play aggressively? And I guess, I mean, it definitely feels like the big one is just this is a neutral skip, right? Like if you hit it, it's a combo, and if you block it, he's plus on block in your face, right? So like stun dipper RC seems like a big one. Yeah, Hail Mary stun dipper. Yeah, I mean, I guess so, right? You can switch between both quite easily. It seems like a basic idea possibly, right? Could be he has real good dash. I guess he's fast. That's a good point. He can't just like run at your ass like decently, you know? He strikes me though overall, like as far as the tools of his character, he strikes me more as a defensive character. Like no one is gonna play defense all the time, right? But I feel like he's gonna be like mostly looking out for like getting these big, like he's got good like counter poke buttons and shit. And then yeah, he can always like try and go in and do some nonsense, or he like plays that neutral till he gets 50 meter, and then once he has 50, then most people can do dumb shit with 50. But of course he has got that, right? So it's not that big of a deal. Probably cancel if it actually hits. You probably cancel this after 2 hits, right? You have to, is there a follow-up to this? Oh, there is. Weird. Yeah. I don't know the combo, but you get the idea. Sure. There's a defensive full screen. Full screen full screen CSH and air fireballs. What's CSH? Oh, charge stun edge, right? Charge stun edge. Yeah. Charge stun edge. The heavy fireball. Gotcha. He's just Catalina with electric instead of ice. Yeah. That seems right. Different characters you might have to handle different. He's more defensive, but can say screw it as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, for example, how does that interact? If I'm gonna be, I'm trying to play Potemkin a lot of times these days. I'm trying to play as more of like a poke boy, right? Like playing Potemkin more so in the way of like trying to like just fuck around until I have 50, and then once I have 50, we can go in and Hammerfall RC or Hammerfall on block RC for like a neutral skip or something, or just in general like find a poke into like counter hit this into slide head or like 2D into slide heads or anything like that, right? Or even like, something I want to try doing more is like this random blocked poke into blue wild assaults. Like I'm trying to play a more pokey pot myself. How would Kai probably interact with this? And I guess I have to be careful if he gets really high reward off just hitting me. I have to be a little bit careful about throwing out my pokes too willy-nilly, I guess. Since he does have some very strong counter pokes. Flick his fireballs, sure. Yeah, this doesn't seem horrible. Like we're really simplifying it. I'm sure Kai has some really nasty shit he can do, right? Like, this doesn't seem horrible. Like, I think I can understand sort of what I'm supposed to do against this foe, right? Of course, again, yeah, so we start with Soul, we did Kai after. These guys are relatively simple, but the big takeaways for me that I didn't know about or didn't have, like, top of mind before I did this, like, the top, like, 5 things that I learned, I think. Probably won't go for close charge stun edge full screen as much because of slide head and flick, but air fireballs far away is quite annoying, although heat tackle may beat. This thing, I don't actually know what this thing does. Like, I don't know if it has, like, any special properties, like anti-air, like invuln or anything. Actually not sure. Heat tackle. 1 hit of armor from 12 to 19 frames. Interesting. Weird. 1 hit of armor. Are the air air stun edges 1 hit? Yes. I think it's the angle it covers. Yeah, these things are 1 hit too. So yeah, if he's doing this, it would just beat it, huh? Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the main things, that's one of them that's going on the list. But yeah, the main things I think that I've learned today about Kai, him being a counter poke character, that's not necessarily new to me, but yeah, is that overall, his pressure in the corner revolves primarily, I believe, if I have to a book report, right? It's my Kai Kiske book report, right? His pressure in the corner revolves mostly around, like, spacing traps and then, like, shock state nonsense, reaction checks with Foudre Arc, or, like, maybe 6k, but I don't know, maybe, sometimes, right? Like, stealing back turns with reaction checks like that. But it is important to try and mash on Kai, just make sure you're in a space, like, understand the spaces where your buttons are actually going to hit. The big one that I just, like, didn't know when I held this shit all the time is that direct lat is minus, like, 8. I did not know this, right? Like, I don't know why. I just kind of assumed it was still Kai's turn after direct lat every time. So, like, the only ways he can get you into shock state are direct lat and stun edge. Direct lat is the safest one, and that thing is, we can take our turn back after that. He can otherwise get you into shock state like meaties, right? Or like, meaty stun edge, charge stun edge, on a knockdown or something. But yeah, taking your turn back after direct lat, big one, right? And then it's this RPS of like him trying to beat the thing you're gonna try and take your turn back with. So if you're gonna do a big horizontal poke, he might 6p. If you're gonna try and like do a sweep or something, because you're gonna need a sweep because he's gonna be really far away from you. He gets pushed back very far. You might have to try and jump it or something. And then besides that, right? Foudre Arc, we knew we have to 5p this, but we labbed some combos to try and beat it, right? I don't think I really have, like, I don't know, like, if there's anything I can do against Stun Dipper besides just, like, respect, like, keep in mind that my toes could get blocked, right? Or sorry, I'd have to block low because my toes could get clipped, right? Aerial Stun Edge gets beaten by Heat Tackle. Charge Stun Edge is a flick. I mean, this is probably also a flick, but it's going to be harder to react to, for sure, right? Yeah, like really the big thing that I should have known, like flicking charge stun edge is something I just like should have known but I didn't think about. So like this is a big one for sure if you use that in neutral. Heat tackling the aerial stun edges and better ways to mash on Foudre Arc, and also just taking your turn back on Kai in general. Kai does not have really a lot of plus on block anything, even in shock states, that isn't a reaction check, right? His only, like, close slash is really, like, when you're in close slash, sure. Like, you can close slash into tick throw or close slash into frame trap. That's a scary place to be. But, like, his only plus shit, basically, is reaction checks, right? It's just Foudre Arc or 6k. So just, like, make sure you mash on those things, right? Yeah, I don't know. Again, groundwork, right? There's gonna be, do you know about Kai's JH, JD pressure reset? No, I do not. If it makes you block JH, you can do JD air dash into a kind of meh high-low. JS versus MT2K, interesting. So he does JS, if you block JS, and then he does, or JH, and he does JD like that. So he goes like, bonk, bonk, into air dash? On block, I guess, only. Maybe. Makes you block JH, you can do JD into air dash, and a kind of... Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. That's not... Is that even... So, I guess real quick, I suppose, yeah. Is that even... Like, if he does this... Alright, let's go into the corner. If he does this, how like, real is that? Can I just... I assume I can't just, like, 6p this, because JD is 2+. Oh, that's too low to the ground. One sec. Oh, I have to probably jump for the dummy, too. Or, like, if he just does something like that, I don't know. Is that like, 2+ for me to do anything about? Yes, it is. Okay, gotcha. 2+ on the air dash? Yeah, so I guess... Yeah, so that's good to know. But you see that's not like you can fuzzy this for sure, right? Pretty sure if he goes empty, it's smashable. I mean, there's no way he can't make the overhead and the low hit at the same time here. I have to imagine too, right? You can probably just like fuzzy this, like fuzzy high low. After JS can do close slash a frame trap, yeah. I don't think you have to match on that. Just fuzzy it, probably. This extends his plus frames. That's fair. It gives him another turn. I mean, I guess you want to probably then instead like when he jumps for the JH, that's when you want to fuck with him, right? Like when he goes for, hold on. Like when he does like this, right? Instead of even like fucking with him at all, just like, you know, when he goes up in the air, 6p, right? Because it's good to know that JH is a thing that leads to this though, so I, you know, I do prioritize, so I can prioritize like 6ping him more often when he goes up in the air like that, right? That's a good tip, thank you. I did not think of that. Okay, cool, yeah. Groundwork done on Kai, I think. Again, I'm sure, just like, I'm gonna say this at the end of all of these probably, but just like with Soul, right? There's gonna be lots of little things that I didn't know about, or lots of little interactions. We didn't really talk about RC that much, or like, I don't know, man, like how his Wild Assault works into his pressure, though I think Orange, again, Red Wild Assault, I don't think is, like, really for that. Maybe I'm wrong. But, yeah, like, there'll be things we learn, but I think I have the basic game plan of what, like, a floor 9 or 10, like, what the basic idea that Kai does, and we can learn from there. I think the problem is more so, when I have no idea what the character even does, then it becomes hard to even understand the RPS. Once we know what the RPS is, we can learn how to play it better, and how the Kai can, like, fuck with it a little bit. How he can, you know, the normal RPS is this, but what if I did this instead, because to throw you off? That only works if I know what the normal RPS is to begin with. And I think now I kind of do. So I'll take that. This is a dub. This is a dub. I think I'm actually very happy that I'm doing this series of videos here. Of course, Soul and Kai, simple. I'm also somewhat familiar with them already. As we get into things like Bedman and shit, we'll see if we can do that in 40 minutes. But who knows? Who knows? Yeah, that's gonna do it though. It's gonna do it for our first little learning the basics, I suppose, block here with Soul and Kai. We're gonna play some SF6 probably in a second here. But yeah. First, real quick before we go, I guess let me send the VOD watchers on their way. So hello, VOD watchers. Hi, how's it going? Hope you had a good time with the video. If you did, any kind of like, subscribes, comments, bells help out a lot, especially because it's like a new thing we're doing for Guilty Gear here. So if you like this, let me know. If you don't like this, let me know. Maybe we'll do something else, right? Batman gets away with a lot of fake shit. Learning the basics for them will be good. Yeah, I mean, again, there's gonna be like the characters where learning the basics will be harder. It's gonna be harder, but it's gonna be more important because like those characters probably knowledge check you way. I don't think Soul and Kai are like running around like doing too much knowledge checking you outside of like the very basic level, which I still have to learn some stuff. But yeah, like, you know, figuring out what the fuck Bedman does is going to be important, I think, even though he doesn't show up at all, but like, yeah, still. But yeah, I also stream every day, VOD watchers, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, except for Fridays. Guilty Gear is going to be on Monday, moving forward, primarily, so if you're interested in that only, come over there. Otherwise, Grand Blue, Street Fighter, lots of good stuff, tournaments, come by and hang out, man. Except Fridays. I also have a Discord if you want to go by there and get some matches, make some friends, etc. But if you do join, be nice, or I'll shoot you in the head in Minecraft, most importantly. Hope you had a great time hanging out today, as always. I know I sure did. Fun time, and again, it's gonna be very. I don't know who we'll do next. Maybe I just like go out on like the character select screen here. Who knows? Maybe I'll just go and like Dust Loop order. Maybe I'll just pick people that I'm more interested in learning in the short term, right? But yeah, having a lot of fun with Guilty Gear. Gonna be a lot more coming your way. And until then, I will see you in the next one. Peace.